Hi, and welcome back to Hidden Blessings Homestead. My name is Pam, and in today's video we are joining an exciting collaboration started by good friends of ours, Mike and Angie, over at MiAnU Acres. The ever-rising cost of food has become a growing concern for many people, and as a homesteading community we want to help. So over the next few weeks, our challenge will be to make budget-friendly meals that will come as close to $5 as possible and feed an average-sized family. Sound like a stretch? We're up for the challenge. So here's the cost breakdown for my cornmeal pancakes. I was surprised to see that applesauce was my most expensive ingredient. The applesauce, half a cup of applesauce is taking the place of half a cup of oil. So if you can find oil cheaper and you don't mind using oil, you might want that option. The other thing is I use different sweeteners than the average person might, so depending what you're using for a sweetener, that's going to vary, as you can see. Either way, it should cost you under $5 to make these. Our first ingredient is 2 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour. To that we will be adding 1 1/3 cup cornmeal, 1 tablespoon sugar, and some stevia, 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, we added 1 1/2 tablespoons tapioca starch. To that, we added 3 tablespoons of baking powder. I make my own, but when I did the cost analysis, I put in the price of store-bought. Now you just want to make sure all your dry ingredients are combined thoroughly and set them aside. So for myself, I like to make this ahead, the dry mix part, and I just store it in a jar, and then when I'm ready to make it, I will add the wet ingredients, which is what we're going to do next. We have 3 1/2 cups water here, and we're just going to add half a cup of applesauce, or in this case, we were adding pear sauce. Now you just want to pour your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients and mix it thoroughly. I was struggling a little bit to keep the bowl still, so I decided I would just put it down and stir it in and then incorporate the rest later. You basically just want it to look smooth. I tend to like it a little bit thicker, like a waffle batter. It makes a little bit thicker pancake, but it is completely up to you. You want to preheat your pan a little, and then I like to put a little oil in the pan. I find I like the crispy texture of the pancakes, but if you have a nonstick pan, you don't have to do that. I thought I would show you the difference between the original recipe and the way I like it. The 2 on the left are the original, the 2 on the right are thicker. Topped with maple syrup, they really are so good. This. But as a healthier alternative, and we often did this when the boys were young, we would top them with peanut butter and then pear sauce or applesauce, and they thought they were wonderful, and they were very filling that way. And you know what? I still think they're very tasty that way.
You want to pass me the pear sauce, Mom?
And apparently he does too. Now I understand that people have busy lives and not everybody can make pancakes from scratch. So here is the closest thing we have found. We really enjoy this pancake mix, and it came in even cheaper at $2.50 for a box. So you can use your extra $2.50 to get creative with toppings. I believe this box was open and it still made more than enough pancakes for a hungry family of 4. And ask anyone, my guys can eat. Instead of eggs, here we're using 1 tablespoon of tapioca starch. Stir in the tapioca starch and then preheat your frying pan. Instead of milk, I'm just using water, and the amount of water is going to make your pancakes either thicker or thinner. So you decide how thick you want them. I thought I would demonstrate what a thicker batter turns out like. This way they require a little lower heat for a little bit longer, but they turn out thicker and fluffier. Either way, these are some of the best pancakes I've ever had out of the box. They are so good, and use your imagination. There is so many ways you can top them. I've never made crepes with them before, but since we were on a roll, I thought I would thin down the last little bit of batter and try to make some crepes. And although they weren't perfect crepes, they came really close. So there you have it. With one box, we were able to make a whole bunch of pancakes and some crepes, all for $2.50. From scratch or from the box, you can feed your family a really decent breakfast. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to keep your eyes open over the next few weeks for more budget-friendly meals. Don't forget, #mealsonabudget. Check it out, watch the playlist. Have a blessed day.